What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30. Check out all the links in the description. Thousands of dollars of free crypto down there, along with signals, COINCALLS, TA, alpha and memes in our private Discord, accessed by signing up to our Patreon. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So we're just taking a look at Cardano here, and as we can see, first of all, how ridiculous is this chart in terms of the Fibonacci levels? They are respected a crazy amount on this chart, and I mean a crazy amount. It's almost as if they're hard support and resistances. When you actually look at this chart, we've obviously pulled the fib from this high down to this low here. Obviously that $1 level being a huge support for Cardano. That has been retested so many times. And you can see up here, you know, it's crazy how well these levels have been respected is all I'm going to say. We come up, obviously we break the 078, retest as support. We break the all-time high, we come up to the 127. We get rejected, we come down back down to the 078 here. Resistance, support, resistance. We come down to the 618 support. Back up to resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Form a little range here. Back up to the 050 resistance. We roll over back down to this swing low. We obviously front run the $1 level at $1.07. And we get a nice little run off the bottom here with the fundamental news about Cardano actually doing something for once. Basically coming back up to the 050 level here at the, you know, that $1.60 level, which is essentially, you know, another resistance. We come down and looks like we've rolled back down to the 038 as support. So overall, you know, Cardano, it's looking very technical right now in terms of the trading. We haven't actually looked at this chart for a while, so we just need to draw in a few trend lines. I mean, you could say realistically, there's probably a resistance looking something like this, isn't there? Just like with most cryptos. Although something interesting on the RSI here, you can see here, this is our resistance on our RSI, and you can see we've actually potentially, you know, broken out of this RSI downtrend, which we're still stuck under for a lot of cryptocurrencies, aren't we? Which is really interesting for Cardano. It's obviously had that fundamental pump here, where it's come up to that level of resistance that we have just outlined here, and looking like we have got a bit of a rejection. You could argue that potentially, you know, the trend line's looking more like this, and then we do have a second trend line that's looking like this that we have broken out of, which would have potentially more confluence with this trend line here. But you can see, whatever you think, Cardano looks as though it is potentially bottoming out here, doing something like this. We've obviously got the big bullish divergences. RSI is coming up, price action going down, histogram going up as well. So quite clearly losing momentum to the downside, price heading to the upside. Basically, you know, looking like we're getting that reversal off the bottom where we've got this little overextension of the 023, but we've basically formed a W double bottom like this with the overextended second W, basically the second W arch there. Looking like, you know, we're still stuck under this resistance here, you would say, which will be up at the 618, around that 174 level here. But we do think Cardano, eventually it's going to come good. Eventually it's going to come good when they do start to actually release projects on their chain and do start to flesh out their ecosystem. Apparently the technology is working now, as far as I can tell from research. But it does seem likely, in our opinion, that until Cardano does start to actually flesh out its ecosystem and get some, you know, stuff actually launching on their platform, that there's going to be a lot more of the same for Cardano. Potentially just putting in a range like this for a good while. You could argue that basically anywhere between this point here and this point here is just a range with an overextension that we got here. And we're doing this, aren't we? We come up, we come down, we come up, we come down, we come up, we come down. And until we see, you know, sufficient evidence that Cardano is going to get, you know, that really decent DeFi that we want to see for Cardano, and a bit more of a, you know, interest in the protocol, not just from people who are, you know, Charles Hoskinson fanboys, but actual, you know, useful utility, an ecosystem which is actually developed and smoothly running and launched. Until we see these things, obviously people aren't going to be believing in Cardano that much. The vast majority of people are most likely, you know, they're speculating on Cardano currently because there's not actually a product as of yet that is fully working and, you know, actually showing signs of growth and participation. So Cardano, it's going to do a lot of this basically until we start figuring out what's going to happen with the actual fundamentals of the project. Obviously the fundamentals are massive, but we're still, you know, we're basically, it's just promises, isn't it, until we can actually see delivery on the product. So we'd say realistically, you know, overall Cardano, a good project, but we do need to see some more fundamentals coming out for it. So technically it's doing fine, isn't it? It's doing what a lot of cryptos are doing. It's basically got this kind of bump and run pattern forming. Resistance, we come down, we form a range, we consolidate, and then once we run up to this level, break it, back test it, we'll probably be heading back towards the all-time high up here around that $3 level if we can break out of this kind of ranging motion that we are seeing. So short-term price predictions then, if we take a look at the hourly time frame here, you can see how technically we are trading here with our fib levels. This is absolutely crazy. You can see quite clearly here, basically, you know, support, resistance, come down again, support, resistance, support. So obviously if we roll over from here, the 023 at, you know, 125, good support, maybe down towards that swing low, towards that 110 level if we get a big extension. Heading to the upside, we want to see ourselves getting towards that 618 at 175, break that resistance and then start to run up. And as we said, we do think Cardano, if it does start to come good, I mean, this is a project in our opinion that can do very well. We can see here on our fib levels that we do have a nice 227 extension target at around $7 or $8. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank you all so much for your support. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos we post every single day. Make sure to join the Patreon or YouTube membership to support us, as well as getting a ton of benefits. Crypto Maximalists will get access to daily signals, coin calls, alpha on new projects, and insight into our own personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes you beyond, giving you a look at our own personal portfolio, super low cap gems, 100x potential portfolio, and constant access to us personally as a resource. We're constantly in the Discord posting daily and chatting to members, and we'll be hosting giveaways soon, so come and join a community rich with value and content. Remember, you can also join our public section of the Discord too, where we post news, technical analysis, daily updates on the markets, larger cap gems, and the occasional meme. There's absolutely no reason not to get involved with all that value. Links are all in the description. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.